All right. Happy Friday, folks. Um, so I kind of made an audible, last second audible. I said that I was going to rock Unit 5, Lesson 2, but looking at it, I just want to master Unit 5, Lesson 1 first. So today we're just going to take a little bit more time mastering your normal long division with one number on the outside, like a single digit number on the outside. Whereas Unit 2, we're jumping into having a double digit number on the outside. Okay. So before we rock that, you should have already knocked out your challenge questions. Okay. And the further we get to the end of the year, the more important these challenge questions are, because it makes all that we've learned not just be learned in vain. Meaning we learned it for a reason, and you're going to keep it up here, and you're going to continue to use everything that you've learned in the future to help you in math. So this last unit, multiplying with decimals, triple digit, single digit. B goes back to decimals, learning how to just compare the numbers of decimals. And then C goes all the way back to Unit 1 when we had to add mixed numbers. And then if you look at the challenge question today, the challenge question is actually Unit 5, learning how to divide. Okay? All right, so I'm going to switch my camera to what we're going to rock today. Now, your homework yesterday, I don't know if you noticed or not, your homework yesterday is 15, 16, and 17 on 195. So I'd like to just take a second and go over those answers to see how you guys did. So maybe you have the notepad that you used yesterday and you can kind of check to see how you did. All right. So the first thing you want to do is, and I like to rewrite them. I mean, you could use this, but I like to have a little bit more room personally. The number that we are going to start with in our hand, because whenever I divide, I like to pretend like I have the pile of these, is 5,469. And we are going to make groups of 9. Okay, so 9, we're going to count by 9s and say how many groups. You can't count 9s of 5. You can't do that. But you can count 9s in 54, right? And my estimation is 5 times, because 9 is close to 10. And 10 times 5 is 50. Okay, so my guess is 5 times. But 5 times 9 is actually 45. So that was a bad guess. So I can actually take one more. 6. 6 times 9 is 54. So whatever method you use, you take out 9s. And when you realize that there's 6, you now need to write down what was left over after you took 6 away from that group. Well, 6 groups of 9 is exactly 54. So believe it or not, there's nothing left over. And then when you're done with that, you say, okay, I'm ready for the next number. Bring down the 6. How many 9s are in 6? Well, remember, we're making groups of 9. We're not making groups of 6. So you cannot make a group. So before we bring down the next number, we put, I can't make any groups out of that one. What's left over? Everything's left over. The whole thing's left over, right? And now bring down the next number to join it. How many 9s are in 69? 7. Count by 9s, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 7. And 7 groups is 63. Is there anything left over? Yeah, there's 6 left over. There's 6 left over. So I don't have another group. It would take 9 to make a group, and I have only 6 left over. So I have 6 9s of another group. How many 9s are in 5,469? 607. Is there anything left over? Yeah, there's 6 left over. Oh, so I have 6 9s of another group. Yeah. Number 16 And if you want to pause right now and try 16 on your own, great. I know you did it yesterday, but it's great practice. We have 3, 1, 8, 3, 3,183 divided by 4. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take 4 and I'm going to count by 4s. Well, I cannot count groups of 4 from just 3, so I go into 31. Count by 4s. And some people struggle with counting, so you can make 4 dots on 4. And now with my finger, I'm going to count how many groups. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. Ooh, I cannot do 32, so it's 7. And remember, 7 was 28. So now I'm going to figure out how many are left. 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 3 left over. Bring down the 8. Ooh, 4 times 10 is 40, so that's just too much, so it must be 9. And 9 times 4 is 36. 2's left over. Bring down the 3. That's going to be 5. I know 5 times 4 is 20, so you count by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 25. Stop. Is there anything left over? Sure there is. There's 3 left over. I don't have any more numbers, so my answer is 795 and 3/4. 795 and 3/4. And then the last one is 5,420 divided by 6. So how many 6s are in 50? Well, can I take groups of 6 out of 5? No, but I can take it out of 54. How many 6s are in 54? 9. Is there any left over? Nope. Came out perfect. Bring down the next number. Can I take groups of 6 out of 2? No, you cannot do that. There's no groups of 6 from just 2. It's like saying I have $2. Let's make piles of 6. No, can't. Now the whole thing's left because it took nothing away. I can add the next digit to it. So now I have 20 I'm taking away. 6, that's 1 group. 12, that's 2 groups. 18, that's 3 groups. How many are left? 2. So it's 903 and 2 left over. I need 6 for a group. So the answer is 903 and 2/6, or 903 remainder 2. Okay. And that's your homework yesterday. So let me just write those down. We have 903, 2/6. We have 795, 3/4, and we have 607 and 6/9. Now today's work, well, what I would like for you guys to do is rock these problems on the back. Okay, instead of going into the next unit, I think we're doing pretty good on time for the year. Let's just take a little bit of time to make sure that we have all mastered all these problems. So what I'm going to do is right now I'll do a couple of the odds, and then you can rock the evens. Okay, so we start with 19. I know it says use mental math. I can do that. This is going to be around 1,000, right? Why? Because it's 3,000 divided by 3, which is going to be around 1,000. So my answer is going to be around 1,000. That's fine. Now, I really have to come up with the answer. So once again, I'm going to use another piece of paper, and I'm going to say 2, 7, 3, 3. And you know what? No, more important than just getting a whole bunch of these answers done, let's just take our time and get it, right? We have people in this class that totally understand how to divide. We have people in this class that have zero idea how to divide. And we have people in this class all in between those two areas, okay? So basically, we have indubitably, and we have depth. And we're all somewhere between completely understanding this and not at all understanding it. You need to recognize where you're at. And your goal is just to move up. Nobody is perfect. Even me, I've been doing this for years and years. Me practicing right now still makes me move up a tiny bit. It's impossible to be this guy. We're not computers, we're not calculators. It is impossible to be that guy. Your only goal is to move up. So let's just take our time, and why don't you try this right now? And forget what I said about me doing evens and odds. We'll do a couple of these together right now, and then we'll do a couple together on the live session, okay? And then I won't give you homework. So you try this right now and then unpause it and watch me and see what the difference is. That will help you move up a little bit. All right, now unpause it if you're ready. How many threes are in 2? Don't say 1 because there are no groups of 3 in 2. How many groups of 3 are in 27? We'll count by threes. If you count by threes, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. That was exactly 9 groups. Is there anything left over after I took away 9 groups? No, that hit 27 perfectly. So after I'm done with the thousands and the hundreds, there's nothing left over. So now I bring down the tens place. Tens all by itself. I go in, how many threes are in 3? 1. What's left over? Nothing. Nothing is left over, okay? So you just have to put that there's nothing left over. You can put -3 if you want, that's fine. And then bring down the ones place. Now we're rocking the ones place. How many threes are in 3? 1. So the answer is 911. 911. And there's some people on the other side of the screen that are going, yes, I got it right. There's some people that say, oh my gosh, I see what I did wrong. I did that part wrong right there. And there's some people that never even played this video. Where are you at? And the amount of effort you're putting into it, that's what you're going to get out of it. All right, let's try the next odd one, shall we? Let's go to, and then what I'll do is I'll just tell on Dojo, I'll say, hey, if your child paid attention in math today, they should have 19, 21, 23, and 24 done, or whatever the other ones that we choose to do. So remember, when you say the division problem, you say what's inside first. So this is 7,136 divided by 8. So we're making groups of 8. Go ahead. Try it out and then unpause it. All right, here we go. We are taking 8. And I hope you guys are circling it and marking this up. I like that strategy because it helps you really, your brain really understand what you're doing. Remember, we're making groups of 8, not groups of 7. The order matters in division just like it does in subtraction, right? When we're subtracting, we say we have the top number, we're losing the bottom number. And if your brain doesn't understand that, you get so confused with subtraction. In division, same thing. We have to know that we're making groups of the outside number, not making groups of the inside number. I guarantee you there's people that put a 1 up here, okay? Because they're confused, like, oh, 8, 7, 1. But no, you're making groups of 8. So don't go into 7, you got to go into 71 the first time. Now you're counting by 8s. And if you're absolutely terrible at counting by 8s, remember, 8 has 4 imaginary dots on each circle, okay? So you can count by 8s. Instead of using your fingers to count by 8s, you can just count by 8s. On the 8, no one knows. You're just tapping it with your pencil. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. And then, 62 plus 8 more is 70. What did I do wrong? See, it's hard counting like this outside, loud. So you know what I know? I know, everyone knows 5/8 is 40, right? 5/8 is 40. 6/8 must be 48. 7/8 is 8 more than that, which is 56. And 8/8 is 8 more than that, which is 64. And 9/8 is 8 more than that, which is 72. So which one should we use? 8. And remember, you want to put it right on top of the last digit in the number that you're dividing, okay? Because what we're really doing here is we're seeing how many 8s are in 71 hundredths. So whatever that answer is going to be hundredths. So what's left over with hundredths? 7, right? And you could borrow, well, you're like, oh, Mr. Stoll, why didn't you borrow? Well, I just count up from 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71. There's 7 left over, and then bring down the next number, because now we're working with tens. There's 3 tens plus 7 hundredths, which is 70 tens. So we have 73 tens. And now look, because I made this chart, check it out. I know the next answer is 9. I could take out 9, and is there any left over to come out perfect? Yeah, there's 1 left over. And now bring down the 6. And how many 8s are in 16? Well, hopefully everyone remembers that one. That's 2. 8 times 2 is 16. And it went in perfect. There's nothing left over. So the answer is 892. 892. Before we meet live, let's do one more together, okay? Let's do one more together. We'll do this one. Saul delivers equally 1,155 newspapers in a 7-day week. How many does he deliver in a day? Ooh, so what we want to do is we want to take that 1,155 and divide it by 7. So I got room right here, 1,155 divided by 7. I'm making groups of 7. How many 7s are in 11? 1. Is there anything left over? Yeah, of course. It didn't go in perfect. There's 4 left over. Because after 7, there's 8, 9, 10, and 11. There's 4 left over. Bring down the 5. How many 7s are in 45? Well, 7 times 7 is 49. So it's got to be 1 less. It's got to be 6. And then I got to figure out what 6 times 7 is, right? Well, 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 7 is 1 more than that. So it's 42. Why am I doing this? Because I want to see what's left over. It didn't come out perfect. I want to see what's left over. Once I figure out what's left over, I can bring down the 1s to go along with it. There were 3 10s left over. There's 5 1s. So there's 35 1s. How many 7s are in 35? Well, and remember, you could do this, like 7 times 5 is 35. Oh, there it is right there, right? And then you can just kind of make a multiplication chart for that divisor, and that might help you out, especially when we're in double-digit multiplication. So that answer is 5. So that answer is 165. 165 each day. Alrighty, so that is where I'm going to leave you off right now, and I will see you guys for the live session, and we'll rock a couple more of these, and hopefully, let's go back to our original picture. Where are you? Uh-oh, I don't know where it went. That beautiful picture that we drew about Indubitably. I lost them. I'm so sad right now. Anyways, remember, the idea is you just want to get closer to Indubitably. Okay? So I will see you guys at 10:30, and we'll continue our journey closer to Indubitably.